Hey folks, here we are at the church, and by this time, many of y'all should have already gotten your letter from Pastor Sam, maybe yesterday or even today. And it's announcing that we're coming back to church. We are reopening the main services on May 13th. Which is Wednesday evening there at 7 o'clock. That's going to be our first service back. And then on Sunday, May 17th, we're going to have our morning service and also our evening service at 6 o'clock. Let me tell you about the morning service, okay? It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be actually having two services. One is going to be at 9 o'clock and one's going to be at 11 o'clock. At the 9 o'clock, if those of y'all with the last name that starts with A through K, please come to the 9 o'clock service if you would. And then if your last name starts with L through Z, please come to the 11 o'clock service. But in between the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock service, we're actually going to be cleaning, just preparing for the next service, okay? But let me tell you a little bit about the deep cleaning that we're doing at the church before we even go back. The company that the church uses to clean on a regular basis, they too clean for the hospital. And they're going to be coming in with a special product, and they're actually going to be spraying everything. They're going to be spraying the walls, the entire door, all of the chairs. They're not just going to be focusing on the door handles. They're not just going to be focusing on just things here and there. They're going to be focusing on everything. They're going to be spraying all the Sunday school classrooms, all the bathrooms, and everything. So we're doing a lot of deep cleaning, major cleaning before we get back started here very, very soon. But we're excited about what God's going to be doing in the weeks to come. Many are going to ask, should I come at this time? We all have been educated. We've all been watching the news. We all know who falls in the high-risk categories. If you have a fever, if you've had a cough in the last few days, we ask that you please stay at home. If you've been around anybody that has had the virus, maybe they've had a fever, maybe they've had a cough, we ask that you please stay at home. Also at this time, all of those that are involved in our van ministry, we do appreciate you so much, those who help out, who ride. At this time, we're going to be putting that on hold. We won't be running the vans for the next few weeks. Let's go ahead and let's kind of walk through the foyer here. As you would come in, this is where you're going to find the greeters, and you're going to find your bulletin, all that kind of thing. The men are not going to be passing out the bulletins during this time. You're going to be able to find them here at the table or even in the back hallway as you folks come in from the back. You're going to find them on their normal place there on the wall. Let's go ahead and let's walk into the auditorium. You're going to notice some changes. On either side of the track rack, we're going to have our offering boxes, okay? You'll be able to get you an offering envelope right here at the box or even on the track rack. You'll be able to drop it right in there. We also have two on either side of the stage. So we actually have a total of four. You'll still be able to give online. You'll still be able to bring your offering into Miss Cindy throughout the week if you'd like. But we're not going to be passing the plate. Also, you're going to find in the auditorium, we're going to have a few extra sanitizing stations that we're working on. They're not in here at this time, but we will have them for the main services. I know it's a custom here at the church, especially here in the back. A lot of us like to congregate, like to talk in fellowship. And I know what I'm getting ready to say is kind of going against tradition. But we really need to be mindful and try to keep that limited. And also, you're going to find a lot of these signs throughout the auditorium, throughout the hallway, and just trying to encourage everybody. No physical contact as far as hugging and shaking hands, those kind of things. That's just really going to help us out with the social distancing and just kind of protecting each other. Here we are in the nursery, and we just want to let all of our moms and dads know the nursery is open. It is available to be used during the services for your little ones. But please be aware, we do not have any workers scheduled for the nursery during this time. You all can use the main nursery room or even the room right next door. The nursery is stocked for whatever you might need. Pertaining to all of our Sunday school classes, teen church, discovery club, the classroom that on Wednesday nights that Miss Stephanie has planned, all of those type of classes. Right now we are just putting that on hold. We won't be having that probably for the next couple of months. We are still going to be streaming Miss Julie's Sunday school class that she posts every Saturday evening. to be watched on Sunday on Facebook. Also, we do our junior church lesson that we post midweek. That'll still be on Facebook also. We're going to continue to do all of our Zoom meetings with all of our teenagers during the week, and then also on Sunday afternoons. So all that's going to continue on. Okay, here we are in the auditorium, and you're going to notice that we have rearranged the furniture somewhat, okay? Every other row is what we're going to be using. We have pushed the rows together. That's going to help us to be able to keep the 6-foot social distancing intact. Also, something else that you're going to find, or not find, excuse me, as our hymn books. We have picked up all of the hymn books. We're not going to be using the hymn books at this time during the song service. We're going to be relying on the projector and the projector screen as we normally do, but you won't be able to find the hymn books in the pews. Also, if you would, it would really help us out. We're having 2 services, like I said earlier, and in between those services, we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning. So if you would please take your Bibles with you, take the bulletin with you. Try not to leave anything behind. Do your best there if you would. That would really help us out. I know some folks like to leave blankets behind. They like to use those during the services. Those all need to be taken to kind of help us in between the cleaning period between the 9 and the 11 o'clock. Let's go ahead and let's walk to the front. To the front here, to the altar, to the pulpit. And things are going to be changing, especially whenever it comes to the invitation. Okay, we're asking folks to stay in their seats during the invitation. It's hard to keep that social distancing intact during the altar, or here at the altar. Excuse me. And also something else that we're not going to have for probably the next couple of months is a choir. Brother Bobby is putting together an ensemble, and not only are they going to have some specials for us, but they're also going to be singing with us during the song service. I realize that we've gone over a lot of changes that we've had to make here in the church facility, and I realize that there's going to probably be a few tweaks here and there along the way in the coming weeks. A lot of our calendar events have been postponed. We'll keep you up to date on changes that we'll be making here in the near future through the Facebook, through Bulletin, whatever that might be. We'll keep you updated on all of that. I got an email yesterday, and the title of the email was, "Can the church move forward during this time?" May I say this once again, the church is not this facility, it's not this property. The church are the members, the people who have put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ alone, He is the object of our faith. And it's because of Jesus, that's why we will move forward. Not the preparations that we're making, not how we're changing things, not based upon man, not based upon the government. It's because of Jesus Christ why we're going to be moving forward. He's the one who's built His church. It's His ministry. It's His work. It's His project. He is our hope. He is our life. He is our salvation. And it's because of Jesus, that's why we will move forward. So I want to encourage you, look to Him. Put your faith and trust in Him. We're excited about our future meetings and what God is going to do. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon. God bless you and have a great day.